Uh, Just testing, testing. I hope my voice is coming through. I have a bowl of cookies. I want to eat curry. I want to do so many things right now, but here I am, gaming. Well, it'd be like that, right? It'd be like that. Well, what? Ooh, spooky. Spooky. Oh. You know, the thing about horror is that I don't like horror, as in I don't like the jump scares, I don't like being spooked out of my mind. I don't like I'll just feel like I'm passing out, feel my eyes rolling back to the back of my head. Hello, toilet. Mama, Masa, who goes there? I don't know, it's me. I'm staring into your soul. It's creepy. Spoopy month. But it's okay. I have my bowl of cookies. Do you want some cookies, toilet? Can give you some. Hmm. Well then, should probably reposition my keyboard so I won't reach around and try to reach for my keyboard. Back hurty. I'm hiding in my bed with both my parents next to me. Max lights, all lamps are on. Hugging my teddy bear. This game ain't scary. I hope it's not scary. If not, I will cry, and this is a threat. No, I won't. I won't cry. Stay. Feel free to stay. I'll do my best to keep talking. And yeah, let's start. I don't know who this guy is. Seems to be the main character from the official star page. Let's just start. Click. Oh! Oh shit. It's spoopy. Okay. Options. Volume. Sound volume. Down. Down, okay. Spidey senses are tingling. I'm sorry to break it to you. That's just called anxiety. The truth always hurts. Yeah. Yeah. What's the difference? I can't tell the difference. Audio titles? Zine text after choices. Screen shake?
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh!
Self-voicing disabled.
Holy shit. That is very loud. That is very loud. No, thank you. What's the break room? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. You've spun your last web, Spider-Man. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down, if we can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening after another. Every day, there's this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, every pipeline, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Oh, but the water. Find random pools of water just appear out of nowhere, just like the dripping. But it's at night. Oh, they're spooky. It's at night when it comes. I don't know if it's my paranoia, but I swear I could hear footsteps walking along the hallways, walking on pools of water. They walk. And they walk. Upstairs, then downstairs. And upstairs and downstairs and upstairs and downstairs and upstairs and downstairs. And it goes on and on and on and on like that. But somehow, it does come to an end. And it ends all in front of your grandfather's room. What? Hello? I know that this is a lot, but you have to believe me. No matter how many times I clean, it just won't end. Can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. Oh shit. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather. Nina, please listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... The woman on the phone cautiously looks around before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking through this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Oh shit. I can't just leave. That's my home. Please, Nina. This place, it's not safe. Oh, I don't know what you saw, but I can't just leave things like this. It's my home. It's my home. Dinner, 7 p.m. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. I like donuts. And today, it was just black coffee. Hugo. Ugh. So his name's Hugo. My god, he looks so tired. I swear I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. Freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining the agency. Ah. Hugo Laurent, aged 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. Damn. Biscuit break. Yum. Right. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces. Proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there's a reason for all of this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things come with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. His face. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happily up to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees an empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings, all the while Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Should I do a different voice for him? Maybe. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little. There is a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of us. Two? We're gonna share. Whoa, that looks good! Holy shit. I have baked beans in my fridge. No, it's not my fridge, in my cupboard. I do like beans sometimes. Maybe I'll eat some later. Oh, I'm sorry. I choked on my tea. Whenever you choke on your tea, you must drink some water. You drink some water now. As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Wow, this looks so delicious, right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. Again? So, open wide. Noah D. Leon, age 27, a natural born charmer, is just as equally persuasive as he is threatening. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. He let Noah feed him. It's cute. You gotta feed your homies once in a while, you know. Don't let them be malnourished and stuff. I'm gonna munch. Ahem. Okay, I'm not gonna choke again. Good. Yeah, looks good. Man, now I'm hungry. It's too late for pancakes. Damn. Right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him, I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. Are they in a detective agency? When did she tell you about this? I didn't hear anything about it. Hair's gone, dude. I got scared. Your wig fell off. Toilet? Wig gone? Yesterday, I think. Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. Man, you know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? Technically, you have the day off. Are they the only two employees? I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? Could just rest for the day. And pass up this opportunity to get to know you better? Quit it. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. It's your puppy! The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes his door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb its occupant. Colby. At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, his human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Puppy! Woof! Smell is precious. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old. Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime. Has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Ha! It doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Animals are better than humans. The three headed back to the office. Space just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. So it used to be more messier than this. Albeit, could have been better. I still am not sure how to pronounce this word. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. You're really all the only employees. Ah, shut it, will you? Said I was gonna get to it. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly, peering outside from the storefront. The woman appears a bit frantic. Disheveled and wearing ill-fitted clothes, she appears to be distressed about something. When she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. Is this Nina? I know that the close sign is up, but I saw you come in and Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, Before she can continue, Noah swiftly intervenes. It's okay, we'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you take a seat? Noah gestures to one of the empty chairs. The poor woman hesitates for a moment before heavily sighing in relief. She then walks towards the corner of the room and sits on the sofa. Can you start off by telling us your name? I'm sorry for earlier. My name is Nina Mortimer. I knew it. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. What? Watching over your grandfather? Yes. I'm sorry, Miss Mortimer, but I don't quite understand. Is he in danger? I'm afraid he is. Miss Mortimer, if that is the case, wouldn't contacting the police be better? No! Oh. I've tried requesting their help, but they all give me the same answer. There's nothing they can do about it. Only I knew who Louis was. Louis? Nina fidgets at the name. She looks to the side before reaching out from her bag for an antique letter. My grandfather, he received a cryptic message the other day. It didn't come with an address or the name of the sender. However, the only thing I did pick up was that name. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. Whatever lies in this note must have shaken her this badly. Delicately, Hugo removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first glance, it seems like any normal written message. A person named Louis asking for the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this letter is not the message itself. Rather, at the bottom of the page, a sentence far more disturbing is written. Oh. I am coming for you, Henry. Were there any other letters like this? Yes, a few of them. I thought it was a sick joke at first, but this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But they clearly know who my grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose him too. Oh. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina breaks down. Hiding away her tear-streaked face, she begins to quietly sob to herself. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closely to Nina, while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. This very well could have been a prank, but she seems certain. Certain that whoever or whatever this Lewis person is, they're coming. Do you want more tissues? I'll do it. I'll take on your case. For a moment, silence fills the room. Only stares are directed at Hugo, until Nina finally stands up and walks towards him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help Miss Nina. Nina is fine. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina slightly smiles at Hugo before reaching into her bag once more and taking out the note. This is my address. 4970 Church Street. Okay. I'll be sure to greet you once you get there, detective. She politely bows once more before heading to her car and drives back home. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. Car, 5:30 p.m. From the ongoing downpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off from their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rear view mirror. Noah, who usually checks his ear off by now, sits completely still. He looks out to the passing street lights, reserved and distant. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? Ha! This is a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Hugo? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot. That's all. This banter. So, do you miss me talking a lot? I mean, it's not like I miss you. Just say it. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But it's her last name that caught me off guard. Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family. Well, they used to be. What do you mean? They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time people began to believe they were cursed or something. Every other year, I would see a headline on the local news about one of the family members' deaths. And you know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents. No foul play, no nothing. Just another unfortunate event for the family. Maybe I understand why she wouldn't go to the police. They're like, oh, it's normal, it's just an accident. Useless. probably thought that they'd perceive her as paranoid or hysterical. Or worse, crazy. Crazy? I will not continue. I will not continue. Can't imagine all of this for Nina. And most of all, who knows what we'll find there? Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you though. Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, two are better than one. True. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. Man. Well, have you heard that 3 is better than 2? Ugh. No, I was just concerned. Passing through countless dirt roads and then steep cliffs, the estate reveals itself beyond the evergreen. Nestled and tucked away from prying eyes, it stands tall, looming from the distance. Hugo and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor as they parked adjacent to Nina's car. Wow, and to think she came all this way just to request us. It took us more than a couple of hours to get here. Maybe she really didn't have a choice. What do you mean? Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavy on Hugo's chest. Oh shit. What is it? Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His gaze hazes as he leans close to the car. Like a fish drawn out from sea, he desperately heaves. But this ache he harbors pales in comparison to a pain far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something far more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. Piercing gaze fixed on him. Like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. I'll never forgive you. What? What the hell? Damn it, really? Need to hurry or else. What's going on? Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear, Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. Just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. I'll be happy to make you coffee at the very least. If it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, this subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? You sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're waiting here. I can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should... Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. She stands there silently, as if contemplating something. I know this may sound rude, but I didn't get a chance to know your names. Well, you were pretty out of it when you walked in. I'm really sorry about that. No worries. This is Detective Hugo Laurent. His assistant, Hobie. And I'm his second assistant, Noah de Leon. His second assistant. Ha, it seems so surreal. Just like a cartoon. Ha ha ha. Nina meekly smiles before turning away from them. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective Laurent. Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourselves what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Greeted with a brightly lit hallway, Hugo notes that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique paintings, it exudes an elegant charm found only in a resplendent house such as this. However, Hugo notices something even more distinct than the splendor. This house is much more terrifying inside than out. Please come this way. Bracing themselves, they enter the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. However, on closer inspection, he now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests. Sitting on the armchair is a young man. Grandfather? He's dressed in a white collared down dress shirt, tucked in with black slacks and black penny loafers. Staring only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. Still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some coffee. Would you also like some, Grandpa? The young man still does not reply back. Never glancing at Nina or anyone else in the room. You know, for this kind of ageless trope, like an aging people who just sits there like a doll and doesn't respond, it's usually a lady, right? But it's the first time I've seen that it's a guy. only fixed on the rain. I'll be sure to make a cup for you too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the two follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There is an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will not end well. What do you mean? What do you mean? Longing for? Is that a curse or something? The story gets stranger and stranger. Munching on biscuits. Okay, I can't chew faster than this because I know I will choke. Again. Rum. Okay. Nina, that man. Yes, he's my grandfather. The one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but... Nina draws something out from her pocket. It's an antique picture of a young man with slick-back hair wearing a luxurious suit. He appears to be poised and refined, a complete contrast to the current Henry Mortimer. This isn't much to go by, but I swear he is the same person. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of tea when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. So many things were rushing to my head, and yet he felt so familiar to me. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face. I recognized his face. He just looked younger. That was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the dripping sounds, the letter, and now this. Maybe my family is really cursed. They're not. Curses aren't real. Detective? Oh, I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. Go bed, toilet, go rest, take a sleep. Good night, I'll see you around. In reality, the ones who fixate on it feeds off on it. Rumors, dumps, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this. But I assure you, you'll see this through. For you and your grandfather. Oh, thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Louis. Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency, do you have it with you? Ah, yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrowed it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigations, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in, close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. Shock. Okay. I'm counting on you. You too, boy. And with that, Hugo heads upstairs, starting his investigation. 11:30 p.m. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and opens it. Let me see. It's a safe option, okay. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From customized drapes to the vintage furniture. Everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, a sense of gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is mouldering despite its preserved nature. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Oh. Oh. He searches and searches, still with no sign of anything. Not one thing pertaining to Louis. Damn it, nothing? It's as if he cleared out everything, just blank everywhere. No, it has to be here. I'm just missing something. Ponders again before remembering the letter. This is the only proof Louis exists so far. I'll try to read it again. Maybe I overlooked it. As he takes the letter out from the old envelope, he notices a change within. Bearing no foreboding thread at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter. What? The text disappeared? What the? If it can't come, then I understand. It's pretty dreary after all. Ah, but if I can ask one last favor of you, could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'll be happy knowing it's with you. Thank you for everything, Henry. Forever yours, Louis. Hello? Excuse you? What? This is the same Louis? I thought he was the cause of all of this. I don't understand. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom. As if something unlocked itself. Oh shit! Hugo turns around and sees at the foot of the bed a chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well. Left to rot on his own. Preparing himself, he opens the chest. Inside, scrambled together are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. What? Don't tell me Lewis. An identified young man was found on the morning of XXX, 3 days prior to his death, according to police. What? Prior to his death? Do they mean after his death? Ruled out as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss. An unfortunate event indeed. Somebody comments. No claim of his body has been made yet. What? Louis? By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly. This must be the locket that he was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. And this picture... Did he put this here? No, it might have been Henry. But why? Why would he store it away like this? Oh, I wonder why. What should I do? Okay, let's save. Okay, back. Let's take the locket first. I should probably hold on to this for now. Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. Oh shit! What? Water? A pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Suddenly the lights shut off. Oh shit! A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. Hugo is about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Oh shit. Oh no, don't jump scare me. Don't do it. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. No. It appears that it's a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form. Trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, He's forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. Ah, stop! No! But this time, it's drawing nearer. Inching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. And then, it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that. All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurred and breathing jagged, he staggered towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck! No! It's Noah! Colby! To his dismay, he's only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Damn it! From a distance, he faintly hears the sounds of Colby's relentless barking as it gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window, tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Fuck this. Fuck this shit. Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made out of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for a final blow. Damn you, just break already! Oh shit. Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers instead the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully, he climbs out of the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches start to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but fails when his hand slips out of reach. Shit! Shit! Oh! Clamoring wildly as his loses grip on the ivy, he crash lands down onto a thicket of bushes. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. An immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body. He breathes back. God, I'm getting too old for this. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. The There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. Let's wait for the act break to end. Gotta eat my cookies, you know. Alright. Your staggering feet and haggard breathing makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Midnight. Finally entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby, Noah, where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go! My grandpa, he's... Nina, please! It's dangerous! You'll get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. It's at that instant Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing Nina's stead. Hugo? No, don't! Please falls deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner could make him turn back. Determined, he trudges further in. Nearing the deep end, he sees Henry Mortimer, gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled, as if all the life has been strained from him, surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please, come back to the shore with me. Oh. Motionless and unresponsive, he still stares deeply into the water. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives. And you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Wah. Hugo felt it. Slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. All of this is my fault. If only I got to Louis sooner, then none of this would have happened. Henry inches even closer to the edge. Louis, I'm sorry. I should have... Should have what? Gone in his stead? Gone with him? You know that wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Louis. Oh shit. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. he understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louis never thought anything less of you. The locket is proof of that. Louis's locket. Yes, it's the symbol of his love for you. Wait, were they lovers? That's why you don't have to shoulder all of that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Louis. All of it. Together. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. Oh, his eyes stopped glowing. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in a deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. Oh shit. Its arms unnaturally contort around him, while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing. This Louis is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved? Yes. We can be forgiven? Oh shit! There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. No! Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him. Into the abyss. No way! No! Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shocks running rampant throughout his body. Like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding. His chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs. Hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long, snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck. No. Violently squeezing all the air out from him. Tries desperately to wrench his hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Louis, where are you, Louis? It's looking for Louis? What? Digging deep into his coat pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand the locket that Henry Captain had long forgotten. Holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. Ah, there you are. It releases its grip on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. So I guess this is the correct choice. Taking the locket is the correct choice, I guess. With his heart burning and his body screaming, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there. I just have to. As the lights on the surface begin to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Noah, where are you? Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer. And then everything fades to black. Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night to rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I would like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. Sorry for startling you. I just wanted to see you before I go. Louis? You've done so much for me and Henry. Thank you. No worries. From a far distance, a voice cries out to him, beckoning for him to come back. Well, I guess this is it. Take care, Hugo. We back. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Noah starts to pack his bag while Kobe continues to whine over Hugo. What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of, thank goodness. I swear you don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Detective Laurent? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Oh, he's back! Behind her stands an elderly man. Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious green. Only eyes, just like Nina's. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I've never met, still went out of your way to save me. Not knowing the burdens, or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hands one last time. I hope that someday, you too will overcome it. Oh? Hugo also has some regret, I guess. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. After the near-death experience the day before. Morning. With much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up the report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours too. I will. But since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself, he brought it to the office? Let me guess. 2 is better than 1. Bingo! Wow, Hugo. You're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Ah, shut it, will you? I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know. It was really dumb of me. But if he didn't break the window, he would have been trapped, wouldn't he? I'm sorry. Man. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him. And also the bill. And? Surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. So what? You just called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it, you pay for it. Will you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. Ugh. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, I deserve at least a nap. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Go sleep. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds. I already said that. Kobe follows after him. Wait, what about breakfast? You can finish it, can't you? I'll eat it later. Nap time now. Heavily sighing, Noah sets aside the food on his desk and joins the other two at the couch. They're gonna sleep together! Ugh, I'm getting old. It's cute. I mean, you are old. Shut it. Kobe whines, asking for head scratches. Ah, sorry boy. Silently, Hugo scratches the back of Kobe's ears as he leans closer to Noah. Oh. Oh. You know, I'm glad that you came along yesterday. Oh? What's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved us back there... Look, I told you before. I'll be there whenever you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserved it. You too. Aww. A calming silence fills the room as the three fall deeper into sleep. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's comfort and sharing this small but rewarding night's rest. A good end. We got a good end! Okay, now we gotta try the other one. I think it's best to put it back for now. Oh, this is the same. Tall and ominous figure. Let's see what the red text is this time. We didn't catch it the first time. Don't get in my way. I see. He tries to open the door, open the window, uses chair to break the window open, climbs out of the window. So the turning point is when he goes into the lake and tries to grab Henry. He doesn't have the locket this time. Alright. Mr. Mortimer! Oh. Oh. This is different. Gone in his stead, gone with him, you know that wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Lewis. I've had enough. Lewis is waiting for me. He's waiting for me to come home. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him into the abyss. Oh, this is the same. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Double rate! Holy shit! Ah! Hezzy and Vivia! Hello! Whoa! Yeah, it's delayed. Thank you for the raid! Let me give you a shout out. Let me copy and paste this. My name is Masa, your local steampunk bun, and today we are playing this indie horror game. I guess it's horror. Wait, I typed wrong. I typed wrongly. Uh-oh. Did I type it wrong? Wait, hold on. Let me try to figure this out. There we go. There we go.
Hey, we're the chosen ones. It's not stealing, you're borrowing forever. I'm not borrowing it forever. I'm borrowing it until I sell it back to them.
Until I sell it back to them. Completely ethical.
Ah, yes. Baldur's Gate 3. You're playing Baldur's Gate 3. How is it going?
That's really mine because all my anime buddies are busy.
Minecraft.
Anime night.
Hope you're doing well.
Guess what?
If you're tired, have a rest. If you need something to eat, go take a take some food or some drink, and I'll see you. Thank you once again. Baldur's Gate 3 is fun. You're barely living. But I've got a question for the both of you. How bald is your gate? After tonight, how bald is your gate? Slightly bald? Completely bald? The baldest? Nice. So you need a wig. You should get a wig. But if you play Baldur's Gate again, the wig might fall, might fly off, you know. Just like poof. But yeah, thank you for the rates once again. Hope you enjoy your time here. And we're about to end the game, I think. I'm not sure if I will switch games or something, but let's see. Let's see. Alright. So basically, the premise of this story is a visual novel in essence. Basically, there's this unexplainable things that's happening to this household. This lady called Nina comes to our detective agency to ask for help, and we go to help her. So while we're here, we get trapped in this room and trying to help her grandpa. Grandpa looks young for some unexplainable reason, and now he has jumped into the lake and we are trying to save him from the lake. So long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out from him. So our main character Hugo tries to desperately wrench its hands away. Some spiritual thing. Water filling into his lungs as his vision starts to blur. Cold numbness spreads. Tired and motionless, he watches on as the abyss draws near, swallowing him, embracing him. Uh-oh. Let's share this happy ending together. Mermaid. Mermaid's Tale. Oh shit, they actually... Oh. And we even finished the game, actually. Got a concept gallery. Oh. This is Hugo. Ah. Henry Oda Sasa. What's this? The different artists? Look at his chipmunk cheeks. It's Hugo. Oh shoot, we're gonna be late. Leon, oh. They are a pair, indeed. It's different expressions. Yeah, this was Stillwater. Oh. Oh. Death Notes, okay. But yeah, that was interesting. I do say I dislike horror games because I do not like the jump scares. Do not like being scared, but somehow a lot of the time horror games are the ones with the best story, which is painful. I just want story without getting jump scared, which is also the reason why I usually tend to watch people play instead of actually playing them myself. I say that, but I did play a horror game, horror visual novel last year for Spoopyman, even though it was longer than I expected, and it actually went on to, I think, earlier this year. It's called Spirit Hunter NG. It's on my YouTube. I gotta link my YouTube. My YouTube. Copy. And paste. Is this the correct spelling? VT underscore, okay. I don't even know my channel name. Yeah. That's my YouTube. Wait. Don't tell me it doesn't link properly. Oh damn. Anyway. BT underscore, just search that up in YouTube or something and you will see the playlist. Well, go to just chatting. Alright, we have actually finished the game that I wanted to play today. I don't know. There's not really anything else I want to play today. Yeah. There really isn't much else. So I'm sorry for a short stream. I also gotta go do my own chores and stuff. Well, let's see if we can rate somebody. Alright, why not? Let's pass the Baldur's Gate. We can go and rate Archie, who is a buntuber from the Bunny Rabbit group that I'm in. Let me power type rate Archie. I'm gonna wait until this advertisement ends. Alright. And raid. Let's go! So, I'll see if I can stream tomorrow. Most likely can stream tomorrow, okay. The rest of the week I'm not so sure. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Most likely no. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But to make up for it, I will do my best to do it tomorrow. Yeah. As for what am I gonna do tomorrow, that is a very good question. Maybe Final Fantasy XIV again. I don't... Technically, I could go over Spirit Hunter NG again. I could. Because I have not done 100% completion, but that's gonna take a very long time. But it's Spoopy month, we could do that. But yeah, behave in his chat, behave in Archie's chat, and I'll see y'all next time tomorrow. And bye bye.